It's funny to me that this was my first video. Like my first VTuber video. How the N-word saved Sakura Miko. Oh god. I need to prepare for the cringe, bro. Oh, okay. I'm gonna tolerate my voice. I'm gonna tolerate my voice. Secure the largest Pokemon company due to the domestic market. Yep. You have to understand, chat, the Pokemon market in Japan is super big. Way bigger than in the EN. Okay.
A Hololive fan, chances are you found Hololive through this clip.
My accent was so heavy, dude. It's so heavy Filipino accent. I still have a little bit of it right now, but like it was obvious that I was not like a super ESL speaker. Oh my god.
You guys may or may not know this, but it was this clip, this game, and this epic gamer word that was the ultimate deciding factor to determine a Hololive without Sakura Miko and a Hololive with Sakura Miko. It was this clip that propelled her into stardom, as well as what brought a lot of foreign eyes into Hololive in general. Without this
I love how I kept playing it, dude.
Moment, Hololive, and Miko most especially, wouldn't have grown as exponentially as she did. This is why Miko loves GTA 5 so much, as even she is aware that much of her success can be attributed to this moment. However, to truly understand the impact of such a clip, we are going to have to rewind to a few years back. So strap in, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at this, see this? This was the VTuber avatar that I used to have. It's actually just a poorly cropped image of Pecora pointing a gun at her face, at her mouth. Oh god. Oh my god, dude, I miss this. These were even more depressing times. Oh, Nousagi sounds like a decent person. What happened? Experience happened. I met more people, realized that I hated people, and, you know, had this very optimistic view of the industry. I thought everybody was gonna make it. I wanted to be friends with everybody. I wanted to make my videos to be positive, you know, make a positive impact on the world. I wanted VTubers to recognize me not as a fan, but also like a positive force in the space. And now I don't really give a shit about that anymore. God damn. Yep. Does accent actually matter? I received a lot of comments back then where they said that the contents of my videos were decent, but they couldn't handle it, or they couldn't watch through the whole video because of my accent. Yep. So, kind of?
Watson, may we use your time-traveling powers to take us there?
Time traveling.
Oh god! What? Wow, wait, I used to do this? I was so creative with my skits, bro. It's not even, like, I actively looked for the perfect timestamps of the girls that I looked for just to make the memes. Ame was here indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Watson, may we use your time-traveling powers to take us there?
Time traveling powers. Okay. Sure.
Look at that. Yep. Oh my god, dude. What was I doing? How did I do this back then?
A young woman is walking around somewhere in Tokyo when a rather opportunistic fellow took notice. "Hello there," said the man approaching her, in a suave and confident manner.
Yeah, hello.
Said the young girl.
Okay.
"Do you need something? We would like you to join our company and become a 3D live streamer like Kizuna Ai. Interested? We have also started auditions for our first generation, and it would be grand if you were to join. Do I have to audition too? I mean, no offense,
What was
but
I doing? It is so cringe, dude. This is so cringe. I can't even hear myself half of the time. The editing is fire. Yeah, I used to edit my own videos back then. But that was because I didn't have a job. I didn't have anything else to do. I could fully commit to editing all my videos myself. And I wasn't at school. I was not doing anything. I was a kid stuck at home, bored out of his fucking mind, doing nothing but watching VTubers. Damn. I should probably try editing one of my videos these days.
No.
Jobless behavior? It absolutely is jobless behavior, bros.
You
It is.
I already filled up your form and everything.
Look.
You'll be taken care of. Well, that's Wait, you already filled the forms? How would you know my personal info? That's not important, Miko. Are you in or are you out? I'm in. And so Miko started working on her character, and Cover started on her model.
I was
And
making
came
my
the
own
1st
rats. I actually make my own rats, like,
of
okay.
August in 2018, she finally debuted.
昔々こんな世界の神
That's me right now.
This was Sakura Miko's first stream.
Uh-huh.
Originally, she was supposed to be a successor of popular 3D skit VTubers like Kizuna Ai, Mirai Akari,
And Kaguya Luna.
However,
Yep.
she would face hiccups a bit more so than others. She was the slowest growing VTuber in the company, and to say that Miko's project was a colossal failure would be an understatement.
Yes, it was.
Miko, despite working directly under Cover Corp and having an entire team of her own, just wasn't doing as great. In this same year, on the 25th of December, Miko would be released from under direct management of Cover Corp and moved to Hololive.
How was I finding these fucking clips, dude? I was actually genuinely... I really wanted to capture internet historians, like, essence. And I stopped. What changed, man? What changed? What made me want to stop doing shit like this? Shorter videos, but more shitposty ones.
Miko would be released from under direct management of Cover Corp and moved to Hololive, but not as a typical streamer. Instead, she joined Hololive to be the main cast of her own slice-of-life 3D skit show called Miko no Tsutume.
I remember this, bros.
ここの寂しい独り身の神に突然舞い降りた俺様のご
which is in a sense a progenitor of horror
Okay.
graffiti. But soon that also failed, as within 2 months on the 8th of February in 2019, the show would also get cancelled. Despite everything Miko has done up to that point, Miko failed in every single department, and
Yep.
she has expressed her desire to quit during these two events, and would have actually done so without the encouragement of her senpais like Subaru and Mio. However, even with their support, Miko's patience and motivation could only last for so long.
Oh,
and her
dude! Okay. This is so creative. How did I get these clips? How did I come up with them?
motivation could only last for so long, and her channel's future was still very bleak.
I should probably remake one of my old videos, bros. I should remake a lot of my old videos and with similar editing. I want to do that one of these days now. What's going on here?
Why, hello there, Miko. How are things going? Be quiet.
Oh, hello there, Miko. How's things going? Be quiet, fucking splashes water on him.
Why, hello there, Miko. How are things going? Be quiet. You lied to me, Yago. You made me feel special. But it turns out I'm not. Your company is full of talented people, and among them I'm nothing. Nothing is working. Well, you know what? Since the skits and the Kizuno Ai kinds of videos aren't working, why don't you just play video games like everyone else? Yeah? Games like what? Like this.
The fucking look at this shit shot.
Like
I didn't know how to fucking use editing apps back then, chat. You have to realize, when I was making these videos, I didn't know how to make video edits. I had to take like 2 weeks to learn to know how to use fucking Sony Vegas. And even then, I still didn't know how to use them. God. I need to redub some of my old videos, dude. I need to redub them. I'm going to release a part 2.
this.
Are you in a strip club?
Wow, nice hit! Peach, I love you. Oh my god!
How was this not copyright? How was it? What? Okay. How was this not, like, demonetized? Wait, actually, yes, this is actually demonetized. Never mind.
No! No! Oh my god! Stay home!
Stay home. Yep. The most iconic Miko clips, I just fucking play it on repeat. Yep. Yep. Aw. God, I wonder if these people still recognize themselves here.
Never.
After that clip, Miko had a pretty significant increase in viewership and subscribers.
Yes,
Where
she did.
usually the average subscriber rate was around 2,000 to 3,000, that one clip alone caused her to grow up to 13,000. And then slowly, as that clip was getting discovered by more and more people, Miko eventually cemented herself as one of the more memeable HoloLive members.
Oh god,
And ultimately,
iconic.
That's one of the most effective ways to get big in the internet, especially to Western audiences. Miko says this herself, by remarking that her GTA 5 streams were usually filled with overseas viewers. From here on out, more people started to take interest in Miko and have started keeping an eye on her for moments to clip
Aww.
overseas. Without GTA 5, without this clip, and without this legendary clipper, Sakura Miko may have left HoloLive by now.
Yep.
Her story is the biggest comeback in VTuber history as of the moment.
Her story is the biggest comeback You know what? I think that still applies. How has any VTuber made a comeback as big as Miko did? Think about it. I know that Suisei kind of is like a comeback story, but Miko has been there before Suisei. And Miko was an even bigger failure than Suisei. And she still fucking came back. Even more than Fuwamoko? Yeah, no, even bigger than Fuwamoko. Yeah. Chat, you have to realize Fuwamoko, whatchamacallit? The twins, what's it game? That game where they're tourist people? They're not necessarily a failure. They were a failure to the company, but if they were indies or if they belong to a smaller corpo, they're not necessarily failures. They had like 10k YouTube subscribers and had like an average of like 100 to 200 viewers, if I remember correctly. Go Nippon. Yeah, Go Nippon was not necessarily a failure. It was just a failure for the company's standards that owned them. But Miko absolutely was.
And this story is yet to be over.
Fuck you.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this episode of VTuber History, please like and subscribe. See you all later.
Ah, dude, I need to should I? I'm gonna make a tweet. I'm gonna make a tweet. I wanna redub my old videos. Should I do it, bros? Hold on. I'm gonna make a poll even on Twitter. God damn, dude, I miss my old videos. Yep. Like, you know, keep the music, keep the visuals, and just a fresh coat of voiceover. And try to do my best internet historian impression. Haters are gonna say that you're doing it for money. I don't fucking care. Damn. I mean, you guys have a new you guys have a new video coming along in like 2 weeks. Remaster it, like also update it with new info that you missed during that event. Huh, what did I miss? I mean, I guess I can like, you know, I guess I can like give like a modern catch up on what has happened since then, you know, like how popular Miko is right now. Yes. I wonder what I got wrong here. Let's see. The story of Matsuka Uto. Bro, this was a time where people used to care about a Matsuka Uto. Most of the people that watched a Matsuka Uto back then were like mostly Filipinos, and now barely anybody talks about a Matsuka Uto anymore. Yep. Yep. Hold on. How did I frame this
People
video?
being extremely horny over Suisei has been a long-time gag in the underground community of HoloLive. This lust over Suisei comes from the obvious place where human decency comes to die in the internet.
4chan.
Where
Yeah.
an anonymous user posted a thread detailing how he's experimenting with various substances, including his bodily fluids, to conjure the perfect emulation of Suisei's urine, even as going as far as to dehydrate himself, change his diet to match Suisei's, and to actually document this mad science experiment just to quote, smell it periodically on her streams and drink it in sips. It's worth noting that 4chan is not a stranger to these kinds of wild and wacky ventures. Ringo, a term for threads hosting all kinds of bodily fluid fetishes and cum jar posts, are already popular forms of online memes that have seeped into the mainstream. It was inevitable that 4chan would eventually do something like this to a Hololive member, considering that Hololive are one of the fandoms that has the most amount of closeted degenerates. But never in anyone's wildest dreams did anyone think that Suisei would be it, since Suisei is one of the purest girls in Hololive.
Suisei is one of the most pure. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, sexually, I suppose. Yeah, she is.
In a way, the subversion is part of the meme's appeal. Be it because of the high honey epidemic that started because of her, or because of the way Suisei hypnotically danced in her Ima Ima cover, or even your average weeb's strange attraction towards psychopaths, which is the identity that Suisei is frequently associated with.
Brother,
However, from that point onward, the meme eventually branched out to other boards and social media sites, eventually taking in the more bogged down version that the more mainstream community perceive as just extreme lust over Suisei, dubbed Suisex, with deranged copypastas confessing their absolute lust for Suisei and a shit ton of Suisex memes being circulated over the internet.
Hololive,
Suisei has become a subject for the Hololive fandom's most degenerate pieces of content, and whether or not that's a good thing for Suisei herself, or even if she's aware of this is yet to be seen. However, by this point, the meme has yet to run its course despite it already being months old. Considering that, it is clear to many members of the Hololive community that the Suisex meme will only continue to evolve, and it's interesting to see how and which Hololive member will be the next victim. Which VTuber meme would you guys want me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments down below.
I straight up like fucking copied him, bro. That was so... Yep. I'm binging this channel. Aww. Hey Modano Beast, are you still here? It would be so cool if you were still here, bro. Damn. Damn indeed, dude. Wait, that's not popular. Oldest. What video? What were the most shitposty ones? Do you want to join? So you want to join Nijisanji or Hololive? Oh my god, chat, this was an era where my perception of Hololive and Nijisanji was super positive. Like super positive. Alright. Let's do it.
So, you're an aspiring VTuber who wants to audition for an agency because you don't know jack shit about how to market yourself, or you're a socially inept weeb who just wants to make friends and money online while hiding behind an avatar because you don't have the money nor the will to build your career from the ground up, and you'd rather have an agency's established fanbase to come to you instead. Or perhaps you just want to know how the auditioning process works. Perhaps you're all three. If that's the case, come with me.
Hi Niran, thank you, dude. This was one of my creative videos, dude. I don't know how I came up with this idea. It was so interactive. Like throughout the... I mimicked different phases of an interview and how of getting into an agency by also like creating this fucking not Roblox, this Minecraft map in order to make it happen, dude.
Ace, come with me.
Look at this.
Not what you thought, innit? That's the first lesson, bozo. Expect to be hurt and disappointed.
God, it was so good, dude. It was so good.
So you want to join Hololive, or Nijisanji, or any VTubing agency for that matter. But are you sure
you have to realize April 10, 2022. April 10. This was during the peak of the Luxium drama. Not the Luxium drama, the Noxium growth. I was a full-blown Luxium fan during this time.
Really want to though. Other than the auditioning process, do you actually know how agencies choose their talents and the sacrifices you'll have to make if you are chosen? Well, it's good that you clicked on this video because I'm going to explain it to you. First of all, I hope you realize that you
Oh my god! I still have these fucking remnants of VTuber agency, like, Hololive Hololive specifically, of what their old models used to be. Chat, did you know This was supposed to be Takane Louie, and this was supposed to be Sakamata Chloe. Dude. Oh my god. Look, you even see the mama designs, right? Like, you even see it. Yep. Do you think someone watched this and followed the corpo steps listed and successfully applied to a corpo? Yes. I would like to think Nerissa did that. Or like, one of the Advent girls. Or something.
Actually cannot create or customize your own VTuber model. Nijisanji, Hololive, and other big-name VTuber agencies have
They did this because it was leaked in 4chan a long time ago, by the way.
made avatars that they'll choose for you. You can customize them to a limited extent, and in other cases, you will be able to
Remember when the VTuber mamas used to still be a VTuber, and now they don't anymore because life got busy? I do. Look at this, fucking drawing their daughters.
choose which one you like, but generally, you won't be able to choose how you look like. So if you wanted to join an agency expecting a tailor-made avatar of your own devising, and if the agency happens to give you an avatar that you don't like, then I hope you internalize the first lesson well. You also have to have prior experiences in content creating. If you have no content creating experience and you come in saying, I actually don't have any prior online presence and any experiences making content, but I'll be sure to work hard and I'll always try my best and improve, just stop. You already failed. As much as Hololive and Nijisanji likes to say that everyone who doesn't have any prior experiences are welcome, they will pretty much still choose people that are experienced.
True.
These are big name agencies with a reputation to uphold. The standards get higher and higher as they grow. Hololive is more transparent about them not bothering with you unless you've had prior experiences than Nijisanji though.
True.
But trust me, Nijisanji still won't choose you if you haven't done jack shit. The chances that they're going to bet on some guy who's never even made content is lower than the age EDP445 wants his women.
That's an interesting reference right there. Wow. How is the EDP what these days? Wow.
However, if you do have an online presence and have made past content, a lot of things are going to happen to your channel. Nijisanji and Hololive doesn't really give a shit about what you do behind the scenes, even if you do lewd content. They will not
I was referencing canon. We all knew.
And still take you if you happen to be what they're looking for. But they will give a shit if your content has something that might bring them trouble. Have a criminal history? Got embroiled in a drama that actually had people genuinely hate you? Have you been caught on camera doing anything that's actually cancelable? And I don't mean pathetic Twitter levels of cancelable, but like actual terrible and inappropriate stuff. Like animal abuse or doing extreme hardcore. If so, then sorry to say, you're not getting in. However, if your record is clean, then good, because Nijisanji and Hololive doesn't actually require their
Back when I was a Lyrica fan, dude. Oh, it's painful. Filipinos, how we doing, bros? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people still like Lyrica, but like, you know, a lot of people were disappointed. Yep.
talents to wipe their past content.
VLore will require that last one, true.
Like. For some reason, a lot of VTubers who had a clean record think they'd need to erase their previous persona after entering an agency.
You don't need to.
But you don't.
Yeah.
However, leaving your previous persona open will result into fans and antis being able to find you easier, especially if you had a sizable following.
Who is Lyrica? Millie from Nijisanji.
Actually want that to happen for some insurance, then good. Just make sure you thoroughly deleted the times when you've left out personal stuff, like your real name or, God forbid, your address, hot takes, and other sensitive stuff. You don't want a Mano Aloe situation, do you? Thirdly, the agency isn't going to give you anything other than the avatar, an iPhone, and the software required.
Oh god! Why was I this based, dude? Why was I this based? What happened to me? Why am I playing safe now? Can I go back to the time where I used to not really care about what my content was? Like, I wasn't like politically trying to not trigger anybody. Well, I mean, I don't do that right now, but like these days, it feels like I'm more so wanting to lean on the safer side. I always wondered, did you draw that? No, I didn't draw this. This is a Wojak. Your controversy changed you, man? Yeah, it 100% did, bro. It 100% did.
For your VTubing activities. A good PC will.
You can see the cock actually.
An iPhone.
Look.
And the
look. See, you can see the cock right there.
software required for your VTubing activities. A good PC will always be required if you want to be a big content creator. If you do your first stream in a shitty PC and the broadcast quality is garbage, you're going to turn some people off and leave a bad impression.
Yes,
So,
you do.
Yes, get a decent PC first. And once you know it, this video is actually sponsored by myself. I'm also itching to get myself a good PC, and I still can't withdraw from my ad rev because I live in a third world shithole with subpar postal service. Anyway, support me by joining my Patreon.
Oh my god, dude. Really?
Postal service. Anyway,
Bruh. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, Master Schiller. PHP slander? Yep.
support me by joining my page. In the occasion that you are able to enter this agency, then say goodbye to a lot of your freedoms. For one, you will need to follow a schedule. You don't have to quit your 9-to-5 job or your college studies, but being in an agency will require you to be active frequently. Secondly, you may be unable to play certain games due to copyright limitations that the agency has trouble getting, or do certain things that you need the agency's permission first. Lastly, being in an agency doesn't guarantee you massive success.
No,
My
it
point
doesn't.
is that if you're not entertaining enough or certain circumstances hit you at the wrong time,
Yep.
then you're at the mercy of the algorithm. And not many people
What I'm referencing here is that Sana really suffered hard during debuts because she had to take like frequent breaks because of her health and because a pet died. Yep. This was near her debut as well, so she wasn't able to grow as much as the other girls. Also, her model was not the best. Hold on, I need to spit. Yep. Poor Sana, dude.
may decide to watch you. Agencies really only give you a pool of eyes, and you'd need to work your ass off to actually have those eyes keep watching you. That being said, the agency will only pick you if you're fun anyway, so I assume you should already know how to keep an audience entertained if you pass. If you've made it this far into the video, congratulations! Either you're okay with these limitations, or are wholly committed and confident of your clean record, or you're just here to learn more. So, it's time for the audition process so you can get started, and no, hold up, not so fast, bozo. There are still certain
the
things
scuff
you need to know
editing.
and skills you need to have before you start your audition. One of these skills is tech literacy. This comes with the territory if you're actually experienced in content creating or not. You need to be able to navigate your way around streaming programs like OBS and know how to edit videos and the like. You also need to make sure you don't accidentally leak your Discord window. Trust me, this part is extremely vital.
Chat, do we remember this? The leak? The Fulgur leak? The Discord leak from Petra? Dude. That was so fun. Really wasn't the best from Paco Papa. Paco Papa. We've seen what Paco could do with the latest December model before he graduated. Yeah. True. He was a very supportive Papa though, but you're right. His style did not translate.
Lastly, don't come with the pessimistic belief that Nijisanji and Hololive won't take you if you're not conventionally talented the way that idols are. Contrary to popular belief, you actually don't need to know how to sing or draw if you want to join. I feel like this is a big misconception that's made by the fact that the idol culture and VTubing has been homogenized. However, that's just exactly what I said it is. A misconception. You just need to be entertaining.
Sugon this knocks. Yeah, I remember that clip. I remember this clip. Sorry. What's Sugon? Sugon these nuts? Yep.
To be entertaining.
This was like one of my favorite Mista clips.
Talents that they are looking for, not who are the most talented. You could have the voice of an angel, be able to play 10 instruments and be the next Vincent van Gogh, and can still be rejected if you're a blank slate of a human being. You actually need to be entertaining. Unless of course they're looking for V-singers, then you'll probably have a chance. But generally speaking, what you need first and foremost is to be fun. You can always learn how to dance and sing. Meanwhile, being charismatic and fun is not something you learn as easily.
Yes,
look at Amelia Watson and Mista, both being detectives, which is an odd coincidence. Both of them had no singing experience prior to debuting. They had no talent that is frequently associated with being an idol. Yet, among the thousands that were way more talented than them in those departments, they were still picked because they were what Cover Corp and Digisanji was looking for at the time and was extremely fun. They might have done a better job than most in presenting themselves to the agencies, so remember that. The ability to entertain is what you need first and foremost.
I think that still applies for the most part, chat. You are in the past pure negativity. More like dead inside, not necessarily negativity. My aura right now is negativity, but this time it's more just like, you know, like this was obviously like your dead fresh high school graduate that doesn't know what they were doing and was just depressed and just wanted to watch VTubers and was consumed with the culture. That's all.
Idol stuff comes later. That being said though, even if you are moderately competent in those fields, you'd still want to highlight it. They definitely increase your chances. The last thing you need is a hard skin. You need to be professional and mentally sound. You need to know how to set your boundaries, to be able to control your emotions and your audience. In fact, this advice doesn't just apply if you want to join an agency. It extends to all who wants to become a content creator. See, the thing about a lot of VTubers and streamers is that a significant portion of them
Rusha, and back when you were still here. Rusha, my beloved.
Needy streamer overload's depiction of streamers is actually more terrifyingly accurate than one might think.
True!
Don't be like them. And if you are and you happen to have succeeded, then expect an inevitable disaster in the future. Still, do improve yourself over time. I'll be rooting for you. The last thing that the VTuber community needs is more drama. Either way, if you want...
Did I really say that?
For you. The last thing that the VTuber community needs is more drama.
What happened to me, chat? I used to be the, oh yeah, no, I hate drama in the VTuber industry, and now I cover it. What happened to me? That aged so poorly. It's aged super poorly. You got what you wanted? Yep. Yep. I did. I can't believe you know Skello. Bro, of course I know Skello. I'm like one of the best, I'm one of the biggest gooners in the industry, I would like to think. You became what you hate. True, I did actually become what I hate. And you know what? I think I'm okay with it. I've made peace with it. The industry wanted me to become a villain, so I became it.
Either way, if you want to join an agency, you have to be well adjusted.
I hate Suisei so much.
Have no obligation to take care of your personal issues. They're there to make money. They choose you because they believe you can make good money. So don't come joining
Did I just
make money.
I mean, you can still join an agency if you're a Menhera, just don't expect your agency to help you with it. Am I actually discouraging Menheras from joining VTuber agencies? Why was I doing this? Why? I don't recommend doing so, TBH. Why? What's wrong with me? Yo, this Nousagi was like super bad. Fuck you, dude. Discouraging Menheras from joining VTuber agencies. Get the fuck out of here. What a stupid goddamn asshole.
They choose you because they believe you can make good money. So don't come joining one with the expectations that your issues will be solved once you get fans, friends, and fat stacks. Also, antis will always exist. There will be people who will hate you for all sorts of reasons. You need to be ready for them. Because if a VTuber cracks in public, then then at least that's one more video idea I'll be able to make.
Okay, actually never, you know what, never mind. Old Nousagi was more like, yeah, I kinda don't like drama, but when it happens, I'm gonna shamelessly cover it. Yeah, good to know that I was still like this back then, you know? Remember, corpos at the time doesn't care for mental health. You think they care about mental health now? Of course they don't. They pretend to care.
Seek professional help and have friends that can support you if it gets too far. That being said, I don't want to scare you. Though there will always be antis, their numbers will only really be microscopic compared to your fans. Overall, you will still find yourself surrounded by positivity. You just need to be thick-skinned enough to not let the hate overwhelm you, but be soft enough to accept genuine criticism.
This was probably me trying to take a jab out of I don't know, like not Nijisanji or something. Actually, yeah. Hey man, just take the criticism, but don't bend to it. You know what I mean? This was me trying to tell this to Nijisanji. Again, chat, at that time I was a massive Nijisanji fan. I saw the fuck-ups, but I was like still a big fan and I wanted them to be better. Sage V2 is evil, also hi. Hi, Eleanor, welcome to the stream, bro. Corpos can't afford to give you mental health, lol. True, they can't.
And
but it would be very funny if they started like crashing out.
That's all the things you need to know before you decide to audition for an agency. You can go to that door now. Nice view, huh?
Look, I made this entire fucking map for this,
Yes,
bro.
this is what it means to
Hi,
audition
Waijin.
for a VTubing agency.
Hey, no VOD for yesterday's stream. It got taken down due to copyright concerns, but I'm going to remove those clips and make sure it'll get back up prompto.
It's a leap of faith, something that's going to take a lot of time, courage, and emotional investment to do. It's not easy, let me tell you what, but I genuinely think it's worth it.
Uh-huh.
So, come on, take the jump.
YouTube, por favor.
You fucking idiot. I know I said you should jump, but if you're gonna do it, at least do it right. The first thing you need to do when you decide to audition is to not publicly announce you're auditioning for these agencies. It's unprofessional.
True.
And if your handlers saw that, they're going to be turned off. And on the off chance that you get accepted, you've just made it
Let's
easier
fucking
for
go.
people to find your IRL persona, especially if you already had a small community around you. Moving on, once you decide to open that audition form, the company is going to want a sample of what you can do. This is going to be where you will show them what you're made of. You need to show the company, not tell, show your talents, your entertainment ability, your strength, everything. If you have a good voice, give them a voice clip that's crisp as fuck. If you can sing, then sing. If you can draw, then draw. If you can voice act, then fucking voice act.
True.
If you can be cute or sexy, be cute or sexy. Sell yourself. Show them why they should take you. Even if you are moderately competent in these departments, you need to show it off. A lot of the mistakes auditioners make is that they say they can do certain things or have XY selling points, but they don't actually include it in the audition tapes and
True.
offer a sample. How
I've
is
seen
the
these
agency
myself.
supposed to believe you if you don't provide a reference? Again, although these talents help you stand out, the most important thing to remember is that you have to be fun and entertaining. And your audition tape has to be the best version that you can make it as. It has to highlight the best parts about you. I cannot stress that enough. After all of that, I hope you've internalized the first lesson well by now, because 99.9% of you are going to fail. I mean, think about it. Out of thousands that audition for them, only 3 to 5 people are going to be accepted at a
6
time,
now.
which is why you have to sell yourself better than other people who are much more talented than you. However, don't be discouraged. I think it'll be even
Sell
sadder
yourself.
if you had potential
True.
but didn't bother to shoot your shot. The bigger
Lightning.
mistake is to never have tried at all, as they say. Besides, there's always next time. By the next wave or round of auditions, you should already have honed a lot of your entertainment skills or
Yes,
polished
you
your
have.
audition tapes. A lot of VTubers that are massively successful now have actually been rejected multiple times before
Like
finally
Ollie.
getting the role. You can
Ollie
audition
got rejected 5 times if I remember correctly.
multiple times, and each time you have to improve. You need to have improved your skills, learned your strengths, and have gotten better in presenting yourself. You need to put in the effort. Otherwise, if you keep auditioning and be the same person every time you submit a tape without any
Neme
improvement,
got rejected 4 times, I think. Yeah. Can you use gameplay on that show your talent part? Probably not. Unless you're like applying for VSPO or something. Do corpos do scouting nowadays? All of it is auditions now. I mean, it always has been auditions, but like for initial members, it is mostly people do scouting. Yeah. It's wiser for an agency to do scouting for their first generation rather than auditions out the gate. I think that's important.
improvements whatsoever, the handler is going to be tired
Only
of you.
V show. Joe Scout? No, I think Face Connect. I think everybody scouts. Everybody 100% scouts.
And your next tape will most probably just be put in the bin. You need to respect the handler's time too. Lastly, this is cliche as fuck, but be yourself. Look, when you become a streamer, you have a particular personality or characteristic that people will associate you with, and a certain community is going to gather around you depending on that.
Yep.
For example, Vox is the go-to for horny women. Choco is the go-to for horny men.
True.
Fauna and Ina is where you get comfy. Salen is an epic gamer, and Pecora is an epic comedian.
I wish there was a joke I put
And Ina
here.
is where you get comfy. Salen
I wish there was a joke that I put here where she says the N-word or something, like the gamer word. Also, goddamn.
is an epic gamer, and Pecora
Salen,
is an
huh?
epic comedian. Point is, if you deviate from the things that you are known
Salen, huh?
for, a lot of people aren't going to like that. Unless you subvert expectations in a good way, like Melody and Mel being actually wholesome despite being known for lewd stuff, or Chloe being a cinnamon roll on her debut but is actually a fucking degenerate, then I don't see you ending up well. That's why it's important
Back
for
when
you to
the GN
just
wasn't
try
on
to be
fire,
yourself.
true.
That way you won't become tired pretending to be something that you're not and inevitably suffering as a result. Why do you think Hololive and Nijisanji looks for personalities or characteristics to fit their pre-made models? So with that being said, I think it's time. So, come on, jump. Properly this time.
Let's go, bro. I did this in one take, by the way. I did this in one take. I was that skilled in Minecraft.
Congratulations. You've made it, and the handlers decided to message you back to book a time for the interview. Anyway, to meet with the interviewer, step out that door.
Yep. I remember.
You thought it was over? Ha! Guess what, bitch? You still have 2 more rounds to pass.
True! Mel was used to be the first VTuber. They got infinite why she stopped. Yeah, she got terminated. Mel got terminated because of a contract breach, apparently.
Things will get friskier now, because the pool of talents has been filtered and now you are pitted against the best of the best. From here on out, you're on your own. Interviewers will ask you the sort of questions one normally expects from a job interview. Like, why join our agency? Why become a VTuber? That kind of shit. You have to predict the questions. I no longer have advice for you on how to answer those because in the end, your answers will all be based on your personality and how you want yourself to come across. The one advice I can tell you is that you have to show your
I thought I was being sneaky. I thought nobody was gonna notice. Did people actually notice? I don't remember if people did. The good old days when Niji was one of the best options. Holy shit. 10 months ago, people were rewatching this video? God damn. That's crazy, dude. Interesting. How times have changed indeed.
Passion, your strength, and all of those selling points I was just talking about. Think outside the box when it comes to answering their questions. Impress the interviewers. Make them like you. Make them want you. And hey, in the off chance that you were able to join an agency because of this video, shout me out on your channel, so future aspirants will have a reference.
Nobody did this. Oh, this is so sad. Nobody did this. Nobody gave me a shout out on my channel. Gerard probably did, but Gerard's not allowed to associate with me.
Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Good luck on your future endeavors, and I hope you learned a thing or two from it. If you want to correct something...
Interesting, dude. Okay. Wow. Wow, dude. My skits used to be so good. I want to do that now. I want to do that on a lot of my new videos, on my newer videos. But because I don't edit... So the thing about these skits are, I don't really edit them anymore. I don't edit my videos anymore. And because I don't edit my videos anymore, I can't make skits as well as I wanted to. I used to have too much free time back then and I poured it all into all this creative endeavor. And now I don't. What happened to the first stream? It got blocked. So we have to wait on that one. It's going to block. Same. Oof. Yep. It got blocked because of the Montoya por favor memes of the video. So I have to take those out of the VOD and it's gonna take some time. But it's okay. Most DGN talents right now are on perseverance mode and focusing on their self and remaining fans. True. Your recent skit about LM explain EG contract is pretty decent. I don't actually even remember. Happy birthday, by the way. Aw, thank you. I appreciate it. Dude. The biggest problem in the VTuber community. What the fuck? Okay. What am I yapping about here?
There's a problem in the VTuber rabbit hole that's been...
Oh, the mic is better now. I got it. This was when I got like that semi-expensive mic. Well, it was expensive for me. It was like 4K pesos, like roughly $80. It was probably the first mic I ever bought.
Left unanswered and unsolved since its inception.
July 2022.
So wide nobody wants to fix it. And the reason I'm making this video is because I want to bring some attention to it. Because it's been bothering me. Ever since I got into the rabbit hole, I've always wondered why nobody's solved this issue despite it being so easy to fix. And if your guess is either tribalism,
Wow, actually, you know what? My voice is actually like similar to my voice right now. So this was when my accent started to change.
Socialism, idol culture, or schizos on VT, then I apologize that your smooth brain cannot comprehend the scale of the true elephant in the room. I don't know if I used that analogy right, but my point is you're a fucking idiot. Because the actual problem is the lack of good VTuber animated hentai.
Oh! Oh, I remember this video. I had so much dislikes. Bro, I got like a lot of like angry DMs on Twitter, on Discord for this. Because this was a time where I used to be like semi-active in a few like Hololive well, not in a lot of Hololive fan courts, but like in some Hololive fan courts and a few Discord servers that were Hololive adjacent or VTuber adjacent. I got so much internal hate for this. It was actually... like, I wanted to pull a Merryweather and delete the video just because a lot of people didn't like it. I mean, a lot of fans liked it, obviously, but like, VTuber fans that were, you know, more closer to their Oshis did not. Damn.
Now, I know what you're thinking. The community's got a lot of spicy art. Hell, the amount of Gura Rule 34s probably outnumber her subscribers. Point is,
True.
there's a lot of lewd art and doujins out there, but there's not enough animated hentai. Now, if you're a cultured degenerate like myself, you've probably watched the Amelia Watson one, or the Mori Calliope, or the Crony one, or whatever. You've probably seen them, but aside from that, there hasn't really been any good animated hentai.
True.
And it's shameful, because it's an untapped niche. Nobody's doing it. So the first one that will could easily monopolize on it. The scenario isn't really a problem too, because VTubers these days always have lore attached to their names. Maybe it's a KFP employee's first day on the job and he makes a mistake. So, Kiara comes in, drags him to the usual room and teaches him a lesson.
Wow. Imagine. Kiara just grapes you for committing, for making a mistake in the first day of the job. That sounds super hot. Wait, actually, does Kiara even mention the usual room these days? I feel like I haven't heard the usual room be mentioned in months now, years even. Not much? Yeah, so the usual room is actually like an old meme now. Damn, that's crazy.
Maybe Calliope Mori meets a dying virgin and grants his wish of getting to fuck someone before passing away. Maybe a lost...
I think that's a very hot scenario, by the way. You're dying, you're on your deathbed, like probably at the hospital or something, and you've died a virgin. Fucking Calliope Mori comes to take in your soul, grants you one last pleasure before passing the fuck out. I think that's a good scenario. I think, you know, that's up there with time stop scenarios.
Mori meets a dying virgin and grants his wish of getting to fuck someone before passing away. Maybe a lost soul is wandering the mountain to pray to a certain goddess or god. But then Nina Kosaka comes from around the corner and tells him the goddess only accepts tribute in copious amounts of cum.
Oh my god, dude, that is so good. How did I come up with these? How did I come up with these? I was such a gooner. I mean, I still am, but like, damn. I wanted to make fan art. I wanted to make hentai, dude.
But then, Nina Kosaka comes from around the corner and tells him the goddess only accepts tribute in copious amounts of cum. He'll maybe even take one of the dozens of succubus VTubers out there and subject her to any kind of scenario. Again, you do not have to think up of a hot scenario because every VTuber has lore attached to their names. Heck, I even told the OK Buddy Discord server that I was gonna find someone to make good animated VTuber hentai, be it 3...
Oh god. Back when the OK Buddy Hololive server liked me. Now they don't.
3D or 2D when I get big as a YouTuber, but unfortunately YouTube money isn't that good and I'm not really able to fulfill that promise anytime soon.
True.
But the point is that if someone like me is willing to pay for good animated VTuber hentai, then I imagine dozens of others are too. Think about it. VTubers are rich.
You were willing to pay commissions? Yeah, so I actually did reach out to a few animators for this. I wanted to see if I can get like a 10-minute animated like hentai of any Hololive girls, and it's gonna be like fully animated, super good. The quotations I received were around $5,000 to $20,000 depending on the detail, and obviously as a Filipino, I'm not gonna be able to afford that, right? 5 minutes, by the way, 5 minutes to 10 minutes, 5,000 to 20,000, which again makes sense, but that doesn't cover voice acting. That doesn't cover, yeah, mostly voice acting. It's super expensive. That's why most of the hentais that you see now are just like 1-minute loops or like 30-second, you know. Unless that hentai is from Iwara, and you know what? Maybe Iwara or MMD model hentais are the way to go about it, but like they feel less artistic. They feel generic and factory made. I don't like that sort of hentai. I don't like MMDs. I mean, I can like MMDs, but I gotta know that the scenario or that the VTuber that they're representing feels, looks, and acts like the VTuber. You know what I mean? Because there's this placeholder or your character here MMDs that just super fucking suck, and I don't like it. I don't like it. For an animated, you might want to check Onigi. Yeah, no, I know, chat. I'm connected with a lot of hentai artists. It's just that they're super expensive to commission for a full-blown animated hentai. A 3D hentai artist could probably make it for cheaper, but unfortunately, not me. And to a certain extent, I do actually get it, because a lot of these hentai artists, most of their income comes from the content that they make for their Patreon or for their fansly or for their whatever, right? So the money that I have to give them has to be equal or above the amount that they earn at a particular amount of time when they're not doing shit for their Patreon. You know what I mean? I have to make up for it, basically, if I want to commission them. Yep.
Their fans give them money. Don't you want a piece of that pie as an artist or an animator? You absolute fucking idiot. Again, it's an untapped market. Why would you not want to get into it? Now, I imagine some turbo virgin, uncultured little bitch is gonna tell me, "Hey, Nousagi, you dumbass rabbit, there's plenty of VTuber
Yep. You know where this is from. Yeah, it's these sort of MMDs that I actually don't like, chat. It's these sorts of MMDs.
hentai. Have you watched those card hentais where they use 3D models to... No, those aren't real hentai. You're telling me you beat your dick to some scuffed, barely animated 3D card or koikatsu hentai from Hentai Smash or those looped animation from Biwix? I mean, the Biwix stuff is animated good, but it's looped. Without the start, the middle, and the end. Is that even hentai?
True.
You're joking. You're an actual clown.
True.
And you should be ashamed of yourself if you beat your dick to garbage like that.
True.
It's time that...
If you wanna be a gooner, be a cultured gooner. You have to like have some taste, man. Have some class.
We, the people in the VTuber industry, in this
Biwix,
very wholesome...
Yeah, true. I hate Biwix, dude. Like, Biwix animations are so good, but it's looped, it's boring, it doesn't like make you hard. It's just super, super generic for the most basic gooners out there. And I hate that. It tarnishes the art style and the art form that I fucking love. I hate Biwix, dude. I hate Biwix.
And very, very generous community receive some good animated hentai, for fuck's sake. It's been years, and it's rarely ever been done. Such an obvious gap in the market, but nobody's taken advantage of it. So this is the problem of the VTuber industry right now, and I demand someone fill the vacuum. I want Shirakami or Nagu animations level of good if you're going for 3D, and Derpixon and Salty Ice Cream levels if you're going 2D.
True!
Now,
I actually name drop people, holy crap.
I demand someone fill
such a spoiled gooner, look at this shit.
the vacuum. I want Shirakami or Nagu animations level of good if you're going for 3D.
Yep.
And Derpixon and Salty Ice Cream levels if you're going 2D.
I wonder how Salty Ice Cream is doing. I haven't heard anything from Salty Ice Cream in a while. He was like one of those, Newgrounds animators that I used to follow
Make
heavily
sure you
back
don't
then.
just get
Like, I used to browse his Tumblr almost every day when I wanted to goon.
straight into the
Almost
action.
every day.
You need to have a beginning, a rising action, a climax, or multiple climaxes depending on how you want to make it, and an ending. It has to be a complete...
Holy shit, I'm so creative. Look at this shit.
Make sure you don't just get straight into the action. You need to have a beginning, a rising action, a climax, or multiple climaxes depending
Jesus, I was so good.
on how you want to make it, and an ending. It has to be a complete package, and it has to be at least 10 minutes long. I especially request a Kiara or Kali one, but maybe do Kiara instead because I feel like Kali's gonna be uncomfortable with it. Even though there's a unanimous agreement that Kali is the hottest in all of Holo EN. But again, Kiara is also good. And at all costs, do not touch Pipa, Enna, Millie, and most of all, Watame.
Really? How about Ginhaha? Ginhaha's like a hit or miss, honestly. I feel like his animations are good, but there are times when it feels super off. But that's just me. I would still goon to it, you know? Don't touch. Who did I say to not touch?
Holo EN. But again, Kiara is also good. And at all costs, do not touch Pipa, Enna,
Millie,
and most of all,
and Watame. Bro, Gunner Fun, thank you for the super chat, Oijin. Look, dude, I was an absolute Gunner. Back when I was a Millie and Enna fan, too. Damn, I didn't want porn of the Mayoshis. I didn't. Pipa, Enna, Millie, and Watame.
It's also good. And at all costs, do not touch Pipa, Enna, Millie, and most of all, Watame. So yeah, anyway, I just...
Oh god, dude. Oh god. What happened to me? Where was this strength? When did I stop? I thought I didn't give a fuck, but I do. I do. I still kind of do the more I think about it. I can't deny that anymore. Oh, that makes me so sad, dude. That makes me so sad. Do you know Jackerman? Bro, of course I know Jackerman. His 3D is like super good. I think Jackerman was actually like one of the animators for fuck. Not anime. Fuck, what's his name? What was it? Fuck, I forgot the studio. I think he was part of the studio. I just forgot the name of the studio. But I could be wrong. Shondo? What about Shondo? I mean, you know, I like I don't know if I actually knew Shondo during this time. I don't think I did. I don't think I was aware of Shondo during this time. Who corrupted you? My drama corrupted me. I used to not care about what other people thought. And after the drama, after I realized that, like, you know, a lot of people are watching me, a lot of people are judging me at X, Y, and Z, I started caring about what people think. I think that's what happened. I mean, to a certain extent, I do and I don't right now. I stopped caring about what other audiences think, but like my general audience, I do. I still do care. To a lot of extents, even. Damn. The Pipa ear down can activate my neurons. Oh yeah, no. The Pipa ear down is actually kind of cute. God, I was a massive pussy, dude. I was a massive pussy. Oh shit, from say so to sex symbol. This was probably the video I was the most proud to make, dude. Age restricted as well. I was super proud of this video. Come on. Scroll back, scroll back. Give it to me, give it to me. Almost 5,000 views, dude. I think hearing you actually name dropping artists made me laugh. Yep. I was full blown like shit posting. I kinda wanna rewatch the Eileen video. Oh yeah, we can do that after this one.
Nino Mai Inanis is one of the most popular VTubers in the world, as well as one of EN VTubing's most wholesome people. Her gentleness tames even the most reviled demon.
Yes,
her
it does.
Cadence disarms even the hardiest of men, and her demeanor ensures that you'll find comfort whenever you tune into her streams.
Yes, she does.
Even among Hololive, her design is pretty modest. Yes, she reveals a lot of skin, but not many people really consider her as outwardly sexy. She's in fact one of the most
slander, by the
members
way,
in the agency. A person
slander.
so gentle and soft, you would think her fan base would be also one of the nicest among VTuber communities. The chat reflects the streamer, after all, and you'd be right. Takodachis are one of the most wholesome fan bases in the community ever. Ina is one of the rare types of VTuber.
True. Hold on, I wanna prepare this video. I wanna watch this after we watch the Eileen video.
Where neither she nor her fan base has ever been caught into even the smallest nothing burger of drama or controversy.
No, she hasn't.
And while Takodachis are just as wholesome as she is, until recently, they've also become the horniest. Ina has turned from say-so to sex symbol.
Sex symbol,
and
baby.
Surprisingly, despite being one of the horniest and most degenerate fan bases that I've seen recently, Takodachis are, for the most part, extremely behaved and professional about their thirst. They aren't like KFP employees or saplings or kindreds whose degeneracy infests everyone around them. Takodachis don't really peer pressure Ina to become the sex symbol that they've turned her into. And that's kind of special, to be honest.
It is!
It wasn't even actually
You have
her
to
that
remember,
started this
chat, a lot of people and a lot of VTubers get like audience trapped. Audience trap, or what's the term there? Audience trap, I think is a term there, where the audience have certain expectations from a certain content creator because of one meme that got super popular, and because the content creator wants to retain that popularity and wants to retain that fan base, they cave into that audience and those expectations. And Ina didn't do that, and I think that's cool.
Trend in the first place. She did not do any kind of fan service. Ina never did anything remotely sexual that would have triggered this sudden change.
True.
All of this spawned from an accident. It started when Myth did an off collab in June 2022 and did their usual shenanigans. As per usual, the EN curse was
June 2022. And I made this video October 2022. Okay.
in full effect and the stream was scuffed as shit. Many yabai accidents happened during the stream, such as Gura accidentally showing her underwear.
Look at this shit, chat. That's actually peak 3D. She actually has underwear. I just wish it was white instead of black.
For a second. I expected Chumbuds, the absolute fucking degenerates that they were, to go absolutely ape shit when this happened.
Black?
And
Yep.
yeah, they kinda did. But Gura and Chumbuds weren't the biggest takeaway from this stream, because their degeneracy would be overpowered by Ina.
Yep. Insane, chat. Genuinely insane. What happened to my art tag? What happened to the art tag indeed?
A microsecond. A single frame.
True.
That was what it took to have this one asshole slow down the VOD, take a screenshot.
Swoog! Oh my god, is Swoog in the chat? I remember you, dude. I so remember you.
To horny post without even using Ina's hashtag. Little did he know that this one tweet would instantaneously change not just Takodachis, not just every HoloLive fan, not just Ina, but the entire community.
Industry. Oh, never mind.
Artists, even those who knew nothing about VTubers, pulled in and joined the trend, drawing up masterpiece
God,
after
look at these
masterpiece,
fucking
all
arts, dude.
depicting Ina's back in glorious fashion.
Look at these arts.
That one microsecond awakened something in people. Wherever you were in the anime and VTuber community, Ina's back was inescapable. Her hashtag became nothing but an erotic museum of this very specific fetish. I mean, Mume was really into it too.
Yep. Mume was actually very much retweeting all of it, dude. Actual degenerate behavior. But you know what? Super based. Yep.
And when she announced her return, Takodachis collectively edged themselves to be bonked. Being bonked by Ina herself was the trigger that would release a thirst of biblical proportions.
Sure.
But she never did.
You guys and your back.
Hi,
I
Armchair.
don't
Thank you,
know what to
bro.
call it.
Welcome to the stream.
Sessions. You know, I won't bonk you, but
Takodachis were in shambles.
She's not gonna
As
bonk
the
us.
world's thirstiest masochists at that moment, they didn't even receive a single bonk. While Ina was finally back, they were utterly blue ball.
She's so cute,
Their Oshi
right?
was
Look
back,
at her.
But at what cost? The probable cause of this sudden horniness is actually pretty wholesome. Prior to this, Ina took a month-long break to take care of herself.
Look at this fucking idiot trying to analyze why the tacos were so horny and how they converted, how they missed her into horniness instead. Like, you know, like seamen or people in the military wanting to bang their wife the entire night after she comes back. Yeah, that's it.
Herself. And something you should know about Ina is that she's not exactly the healthiest VTuber in the community.
Exactly.
She often takes breaks due to her health, and it gets Takodachis concerned every time she does because it seems to be getting worse and worse. To many VTuber fans, their Oshi's taking a month-long break is pretty bad. It's like not having your favorite food for entire months kind of bad. This sudden obsession with Ina may have started due to the sole fact that Takodachis missed her. And that one off collab with Myth
Seamen,
was
bro,
when they
not
saw her
like the dick seamen, like people that work on boats.
again after such a long time. Their missing for Ina was converted into raw thirst, and when she returned, Takodachi stabilized. Ina still kept getting back-related fan arts even after her return, to a point where her art tag were literally just her back, and Kali's art stream had Ina in an extremely skimpy swimsuit and injected more life into the trend, but generally, Takodachi's settled down. For a couple months, they would enjoy Ina's presence again. But when she announced yet another indefinite hiatus on October 2022 due to serious health concerns again, Takodachis faced a dilemma. However, they were all accepting of Ina taking a break.
You want to hear something, chat? This video, I made this video in 4 days. That's how I didn't have that much time. That's how like I was super bored and wanted to dedicate everything to content creating. I made this video in 4 fucking days, dude.
She needed this after all. But behind the scenes, Takodachis saw an opening.
Bro, there you have to realize the hashtag has porn in it. That's literally why I got demonetized in this video, why I got age restricted.
Takodachis.
Because I wanted to include the porn. I was contemplating not including the porn, but I just said, fuck it, I'm putting in the porn. Age restriction be damned.
An opening.
What?
Yep.
What? What?
Okay, what is the fourth wa? The fourth wa is in reference to Ina giving her catchphrase wa a meaning.
What is that OST?
are-
That's Rose at Midnight. If you've played like Flash games back then, you might recognize it.
Happy. We are hype. We are hilarious. We are... Basically, WA is an acronym, and all H's of WA can be scrambled to mean different things. The only constant is the fourth WA, because the fourth WA means horny.
Watame.
On her streams, Ina has even gone out of her way to never say WA 4 times. Takodachis once again compressed their collective thirst and blasted it into the fourth WA. This time, no longer confining their creativity to merely depict her back, but all of her body. This hashtag was born from Ina only suggesting what the lewd hashtag for art would be. And like absolute good boys, Takodachis were swift to follow. And after this, the Takodachi degeneracy scarcely leaked out of the fourth WA hashtag. Say what you will about Takodachis. Degenerates, yes. Down tremendous, absolutely. But inappropriate? Nah. Troublemakers? You're a goddamn idiot. And currently, that's where we stand. Ina has been radio silent.
Yes,
Unable to
Strike
notice
Force
the
Heroes.
masterpieces made in her honor yet again, or maybe she did and she's just not talking about it, and Takodachis are left in the rain. Dicks in their hand, hard as a rock, waiting for the day the crowbar will swing. Waiting for the day Ina will come.
So that they can come too. Oh, I remember.
Good night.
I remember this script, dude. I made this in 4 days. It was like one of those fucking scripts that I had so much time, had so much fun time doing. God, I need to make skits like these, dude. I need to return to my roots. What happened to me, man? Where did it all go wrong? This got to be one of the funniest videos I've ever watched. Yep. Yep. As a Dakodachi, professionals have standards, be polite, be efficient, and have a plan to be down bad. Yep. God. Yeah, I won't bonk you, but my queen, I must be punished. Yep. Oh god, I miss my videos, dude. One drama changed you, huh? That's all it takes, dude. One bad day, as they say. I mean, I still make I still make videos like that. It's just that, like for example, right? Like the time Hololive created 4chan too. That was like one of these videos, but like, they don't really do that well. I mean, 2 of my recent videos have bombed, absolutely. So I have that going for me, which is not great. The horse Calliope video? Yeah, man. Also a very fun video. I still, chat, I still make like meme videos like this, bros. I still do. Oh, it's just that they're very occasional now. Because of my time. Let's see. You wanted to watch the Eileen video, right? The Aileen video, the origins of VTubers. This was a VTuber that I took a long... Okay. This was actually a revenge video, that's the thing. A revenge... Okay, I'm gonna drop some lore here, okay? So, there was one time that I... Okay, where is it? So I made this video first, right? The timeline and eras of VTubers, and I got a lot of people saying that I'm a fake historian, you've never been there, X, Y, and Z, because you forgot to mention Miko, you forgot to mention Island, you forgot to mention X, Y, and Z. In fact, you probably don't even know them. And I'm like, of course I fucking know them. It's just that they weren't even a VTuber at that time. And then I decided to make this as like a revenge video for the people that said I was a fake fan. So... I say, let's watch this.
It was Kizuna Ai who started the VTuber industry and coined that...
Do you have any more VTuber trope videos to make? No, I feel like I don't want to make VTuber trope videos because my VTuber trope videos kind of don't... They don't really succeed, right? They're not good for me.
...term virtual YouTuber at the start of 2017. And ever since, those who followed in her stead started calling themselves similarly. But while the industry and term started in 2017,
bro, the Assassin's Creed, bro,
did not.
Assassin's Creed
song. It actually
song
started from way before, birthed from a culture that was still anime adjacent and in a form that was entirely different, but very much familiar. And now, we're going to talk about the origins of VTubers. Before
I even got the Assassin's Creed hood, dude, and the dramatic like fucking leaves blowing in the wind. Yep, what a fucking banger.
We're going to talk about those that came before.
Bro, look at this. I commissioned art for this, bro. Wow, this is so fucking... Why am I not like this anymore? Damn. It was so cringe, but it was so freeing. I used to think it was so cool. Okay, Waijin. Yeah, you have fun, dude. I even got the sound effects. Holy shit, dude. Stupid. Super stupid. And then I got like everyone here while they got into the Mount Everest of VTubing.
The modern definition of a VTuber is that they are anime-adjacent content creators
Watame
using
background?
virtual
Cool.
avatars and play into a kayfabe. Whether they be idols, demons, adventurers, abstract concepts, made material, whatever. This is VTubing as we currently know it as. But at its essence, I think VTubing is a very specific and modified extension of voice acting. Breathing life into an avatar and playing a
Do you still have Assassin's Creed PNG? Yeah, I still do.
Others.
I still do.
In ye olden age, going virtual was not possible. Fucking obviously. But this desire to project a personality and character into an avatar was something that existed way back then in the form of puppets. But I'm not going to talk about the history of puppetry, nor am I going to say that every computer-generated characters from shows like Kimono Friends are technically VTubers. But
They're
in
not.
any case, stepping into the virtual world, the first form of VTuber culture was from virtual singers and virtual bands. And the first virtual band to reach breakout success was none other than Alvin and the Chipmunks.
True!
Created in 1958, Alvin and the Chipmunks became downright
True!
iconic in the Western world. Following this, many others tried to follow in their steps and tried to reap the same rewards, like the Archies. But it would be in Japan where the first template for a virtual idol would
Okay,
be born,
Alan.
as
Good
Japanese
luck.
talent agency
HoriPro
released Kyoko in 1995.
Yes.
This is the primordial ancestor of Japanese virtual idols. With such an innovative concept, one would think this is probably going to be a massive success.
HoriPro was too early. HoriPro's concept was too early for its time, bro. She came in too soon. The world couldn't appreciate her at the time.
As difficult to handle like a human being and did not have maintenance costs other than tech wizards that were needed to operate them. However, that wasn't the case. Virtual performers like these were a novel concept, but it's just that we didn't have the proper technology and demand at the time. There was just no way a virtual idol was going to compete with an actual human with this kind of janky-ass movement and uncanny dance moves. You might think it's not that bad, but the results spoke for themselves. Kyoko
It was
born
weird.
too early.
Yeah.
The technology and demand just wasn't there yet. Despite the heavy interest that her debut announcement spawned at the time, the project didn't really find that much popularity and eventually ended her activities in 2007. They then made her daughter named Ayano in 2018 who actually became a full-blown VTuber and is actually still active now. But she's not finding much success. Though if you happen to wanna visit her, links will be in the description. Following Kyoko, other CGI virtual idols took to the stage but also shared a similar fate. The
Are
first
Uma
K-pop
Musume
idol
considered to be
followed
VTubers? They have a channel. No, they. I don't think so. Parazygon.
suit in the form of Adam, and another Japanese virtual
Yuki
idol,
Terai!
Terai, would also debut a year after Kyoko did. And they all had similar problems. They just looked absolutely weird and were just way ahead of their time. But just because Kyoko failed doesn't mean that the concept of virtual singers was a bad idea at the time. Kyoko was a grand project that was limited by the time's technology, lack of demand, and didn't have the proper tools to hook a bigger community. If
Yes.
one just happened to tone down the requirements of operation, like maybe change the avatars from 3D to 2D and choose a particular art style and aesthetic, maybe even try to mix different genres and try to appeal to different communities rather than just one, maybe, just maybe, it could actually work.
Yes.
This, ladies and gentlemen, was when in 1998, a virtual band was formed far out into the UK and rose to prominence.
Yes, the
sparking
Gorillaz,
unprecedented
yeah.
worldwide success and triggering something of a renaissance in the virtualization of entertainment. That band was the Gorillaz. With the unique music of the band and their unique style of going about their content, the Gorillaz were absolute legends. They were the ones that cemented the concept of virtual artists and burned it
Damn.
into the minds of
You know,
many
I'm not actually cringing at my voice. I'm actually kind of invested in my own video. God damn.
people, whether they be average consumers or businessmen wanting to capitalize on the trend. They became a worldwide icon for virtual artists everywhere. And
Yes,
with the
they
internet
did.
getting more and more popular as they worked, that only opened up more possibilities and directions as to where virtual form music would go. But in any case, the roots of VTubers again always have been Japanese, because that was when in 2004
We get into the
Krypton
Kizuna,
Future
not
Media would
Kizuna,
release
Miko.
voice banks for their Vocaloid software.
Uh-huh.
Leon and Lola came out first, but they didn't really have that much influence into the culture that we currently
This looks like a fucking, like a fleshlight box. Jesus.
know it as. However, the first Vocaloid
Miko!
given an actual body was none other than Miko, and she actually enjoyed a
The
modest
grandmommy of
success.
Vocaloids,
She was
chat.
the prototype for Krypton's future projects. Soon enough, the company would launch even more voice banks in 2007, but one among these voice
Oh,
banks
1,000
would rise
stars? You can 10,000 stars rather? Can you hear it? Damn.
to
10,000 stars was such a good fucking song, dude.
unprecedented popularity. Following the template of the failed virtual idol Kyoko and the anime-esque appearance of Miko, Hatsune Miku took to the global stage.
God, such a fucking banger song, dude.
It was here when the concept
was so
of virtual
banger.
idols and
Such a
singers
banger.
in Japan popped the fuck off. Hatsune Miku and others like Gumi, Kaito, Luka, no, not that Luka, and the Kagamine twins.
True,
found mass-
true. I was like, what the fuck? Hold
like
on.
Gumi, Kaito, Luka, no,
Yep. This Luca.
not
Megurin
that
Luka.
and the Kagamine twins found massive success among not just the weeb community, but also in the music community both in Japan and overseas. Originally having no personalities of their own, Miko and friends used to be just soulless faces for the software. But these faces became so iconic they were eventually adapted to have their own characters. Albums, game franchises, and even holographic concerts.
Yes.
They became digital billboards all on their own and essentially became one of the biggest cultural forces in Japan. The technology was now enough to make virtual idols a reality. So much so that Hatsune Miku or any kind of Vocaloid concerts were a sight to behold. It was here where the world had the first ingredients of what would become the VTuber industry. Music, idol-adjacent stuff, the internet, and cute anime girls, the essentials were all here.
It was all here.
Afterwards, Utaites, which are a subgroup of singers in Nico Nico Doga who did song covers, would follow up by wholly adopting Vocaloid songs and integrating them as a staple of their content. A lot of Utaites used anime-esque avatars to represent
Uma
them,
Musume?
and it was in here that the VTuber culture started to build. But it wasn't exactly that yet. Some might even argue that the Utaite culture and community is the earliest form of the VTuber community. The hidden ones, before it turned into the Order of Assassins. And
Real.
in multiple ways, I would actually agree with you. It's not a surprise either, considering that a lot of Utaites saw the
you know this
breakout success
person,
of VTubing,
you know this
and the
person.
transition was super easy for them. Being an Utaite and a Japanese VTuber is not that different these days. Really, the only difference is that a VTuber's avatar is animated and they stream more often.
Do you guys recognize who this is? This fucking Mafu Mafu. And he's singing that song where she becomes like a trap, like a girl. She likes being a girl. Yeah, of course.
The use of CGI or 2D animated avatars were rising, especially from the anime aesthetic. All sorts of individuals and companies started capitalizing on the trend. Even Japanese businesses started using CGI anime characters to market their products. It's not the first time that they did it, but these days were when they actually started gaining success. Like Nitro Plus releasing Supersonico back in 2010.
Supersonico! Oh my, that's such an ancient treasure, dude. Super ancient. Like, virtual mascots definitely preceded VTubing. And Supersonico and that one Weather Report girl was like one of the first ones, I think.
The mascot for their products and as a face for the company. Then Weather News came along with Airi in 2012.
Type A Airi.
But if companies could do something like that, surely individual content creators can too, right? Well then, let's have a look at our very first indie VTuber on YouTube on its most primitive form. With its own kayfabe, shtick, and everything required to
Harry the
technically
Hamster,
count as
I
a
remember.
VTuber. Harry the Hamster.
My name's Harry the Hamster. I'm about 8 centimeters tall, a little bit chubby, and a little bit hairy, and I'm looking for a female so I can shove my fucking
This is the problem with trying to identify the origins of VTubing. Because these days, VTubing is used so loosely, it's gotten to a point that a lot of people would count anyone using a virtual avatar as a VTuber, which is kind of problematic as to defining what a VTuber is, to be honest. Look, point is, I know a lot of people are waiting for me to mention Annoying Orange, but as big and influential as he was, I don't
I
consider
still
him a
hold up to that
VTuber,
idea.
because doing so would broaden the definition so much it's going to lose its meaning. Because if I consider Annoying Orange to be a VTuber, then technically every single content creator using a CGI or 2D avatar would be a VTuber, which just doesn't sound right to me. I do consider him an entirely different prehistoric version of one though.
I can't believe Harry predicted Rifu Evergreen all the way. Oh my god, true.
Something like that. I'm not going to go into the intricacies of what being a VTuber is because that's an entire can of worms that deserves its own video. That being said, there is another prehistoric version of a VTuber that has closer ties with a modern definition though. Ami Yamato, who started off in 2011.
This was a real
She's
VTuber.
a Japanese YouTuber living in England using a virtual
There was an
3D
official
avatar,
Gachinka
and
of
is what
11
many
too.
people,
True.
including
Yeah,
myself, would
I remember.
call one of the first real indie proto-VTubers. She's the closest breed to the kind of VTubers that we know as now. But the thing that makes her different was that she didn't really do typical VTuber activities.
She was
like
vlogging.
streaming, or doing idol-related stuff. She was pretty much just a blogger,
Yep.
making random videos of random topics that she
Next
wanted to film
question.
and talk about. Her formula wasn't exclusive to her though, as other people such as the actual fucking Barbie would follow the same format and make
Oh
her
my
own.
god! Did I don't even remember this. How did my old self remember this? Barbie actually did this too, yeah. How did I forget? Dude. That's how you know I did my research for this video,
on
dude.
vlogs, adding more to the point that companies were now starting to make their own interactive virtual characters to represent
I
their
would still bang
products.
her.
Come 2014, an Indiegogo campaign known as FaceRig became extremely popular among those wanting to experiment
I'm
with
gonna be
virtual
real with you. I don't know who that is. Auren Raccoon. I don't know who that is.
avatars, be it 3D or 2D. It was used by many content creators to make their own little skits and avatars, such as Gigak back in 2017 and even Iron Mouse when she started streaming.
Remember that model?
Also in 2014.
Remember that Iron Mouse model,
2017,
bros?
And even Iron Mouse when
Yep. This was the old Iron Mouse model.
she started streaming. However, also in 2014, the next successful proto-VTuber that came up, as digitally drawn avatars became common, was none other than the grass eater herself, Aylin.
The grass
She was
eater
still
indeed.
Vocaloid inspired for the most part, as she didn't actually use her real voice to talk. Rather, she used a voice bank and was actually more akin to an animated shitposter than a VTuber. She brought in the primordial meme that was Ebola-chan. and her
Ebola-chan!
content was pretty based if you ask. Primordial meme that was Ebola-chan, and her content was
Bro, me calling this based was me not scared of being cancelled, dude. How to transgender your waifu? Poor fag versus Island-chan, transsex your waifu? Dude. My Patreon campaign, it's just a funeral service. Dude. God. Oh my god. Grass eater. I forgot what that meme is a reference to, but I'm pretty sure it was a meme. Grass eater.
pretty based if you ask me. They're a product of their time, so I don't want anyone waving their pitchforks. She became something of a significant force in the weeb community before the VTubing industry even began. She
True.
later launched many offshoots known as her family, like Beilen, Benno, Moemi, Hyomemi, Moe,
Hi. You goth weirdo.
and most notoriously, Mirai Akari, who Eilen gave her channel to back in early 2017, jump-starting Akari's rise to stardom and capitalizing on the start of the VTuber industry that Kizuna Ai founded. As Mirai Akari became one of the biggest VTubers in the classical era, you can see why Eilen is an important figure in the community by extension, but she didn't belong to any era of the modern industry. Eilen is an important figure in the community by extension, but
Don't impregnate AKB48, their fans will
she
mess
didn't
you up.
belong to any era of the
Wow.
modern industry. She was here before the beginning, the pioneer of pioneers. But soon enough, complications related to creative differences arose with her work for the Mirai Akari project. After a divorce from Entom, she no longer had any involvement with Mirai Akari. All the videos that she used to have on the Mirai Akari channel were set to private and they had to part ways, leaving many people to wonder if there had been any beef or problem with their relationship in the company. In 2018, Eilen would go 3D and would remake one of the characters of her old skit videos, Moe, into Natsume Moe, a pioneer of the English VTubing community. And again, Eilen would give her her channel. These days, Eilen doesn't really make content anymore. She has a channel but she doesn't have any videos.
I wonder if I can do that for news. Like when I actually just want to straight quit up VTubing, I just give her the Japanese Nousagi channel and it's hers now. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like she wouldn't want that because it's cheap, right? Like she didn't earn the numbers and she's probably not gonna like it. But she could have an entire life of her
All
own.
her family offshoots had their own dedicated YouTube channels, and she's even managed most of them in the past. But
Yes.
the ones that are still active now are the ones that have separated from Eilen
Raven Manor. That's how you know she's fucking goth, dude. Who names their channel Raven Manor? That's such a goth thing to say.
herself. Everyone else stopped making content. As for where Eilen is and what she's doing, I don't know. It's been a really long time and I haven't kept up. But it just
I
goes to
haven't
show
either.
you how easy it is to forget pioneers. Those that helped found these communities
Oh,
usually
Zero,
don't
hi.
come out on top when it changes. They're usually forgotten. Sometimes unable to keep up with the rapid demands and evolution of the industry, sometimes because of mistakes that pioneers often make since they have no guide as to what to do, and sometimes more talented and skilled people steal the spotlight away from them. It's the fate that befalls most pioneers of any community or industry. All we can really do is support those that we have now and pay homage to those that came before. Eilen was an influential creator of the era before the VTubing industry existed. An era where the ingredients
I know,
for VTubing was
Parazygon.
already
I
there,
know.
but wasn't
That
mixed
she's in
together
a
to make the
lawsuit.
community that it is now. Her story is a wild one that I unfortunately can't cover entirely in this video lest I derail it. But after her, the VTuber industry and community was finally founded. Kizuna Ai was the first one to coin the term virtual YouTuber and officially started this industry. It's why it's safe to say
Risu-song?
that she
Risu-song?
is the first VTuber to ever exist. But the industry she founded and the community that she appealed to were an amalgamation of many cultures and communities around the world. From virtual bands and virtual singers, to utaites and Vocaloid artists, to the virtualization of avatars used for individual content creators, and to the live streaming and simping culture that's the standard of today's content. There were many faces of different cultures that
look
made
at
up
this
the
shit,
VTuber
bros.
community. And while I wouldn't consider all of them VTubers per se, they are early versions of it. It's undeniable that they helped shape the industry that we currently know it as. The origins of VTubing is the desire to project oneself into another form, to stop being you and live out the life of someone else and something else that was extraordinary. The desire to act, to be expressive, to be creative. At its essence, VTubing originated from the basic human desire to become the ideal version of ourselves.
Bro, what the fuck is this script, dude? How did I write this? Damn. Damn. That's the origin of VTubers for you, dude. Oh, I forgot fucking Comdust responded here. Damn. Comdust, huh? What's Comdust doing these days? Is she still active? 4 years ago, 9 months ago. Is she still active? Are you still active, my dude? Oh, she's still active. Hi. It's been a while. I didn't even remember that you responded to me. Oh, she streams on Kick. Twitch? 15 hours ago. Okay, so she's still around. We still have one OG here. We still have one OG in the form of Comdust. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Super ancient.
It was Kizuna Ai.
Primordial VTuber.